Welcome to episode 426 of Apartment Hacker. This is Mike Burnett. Apartment Hacker is my mission to tease out human potential in the multifamily space. So this is officially the last episode of Apartment Hacker in the year 2017. And I thought I would send you out this year with a book recommendation. And this, I'm calling this the Book of the Year in 2017, and quite likely will be a contender for Book of the Year in 2018. I know there are a lot of great books coming out, a lot of great books that I have sitting on my reading table that were really 2017 that I might change my mind about in terms of Book of the Year, but not at this point. And so the reason I picked this book is that I think it gets down to the foundation of what it means to be a leader and a motivator and a person of inspiration and a person that others would choose to follow. And I think the reason I think that is that it's based on fundamental principles of being a human, and it also focuses on fundamental principles of being successful in business. Although I would argue that many of the business principles are also applicable to life, right? So if you were able to harvest the many principles out of this business, or the handful of principles out of this business book, you would make a marked difference in your life in 2018. So the book of the year for me is Principles by Ray Dalio. And I can't tell you how many times you can't really see this, but I've earmarked a ton of pages here. I've written and highlighted all kinds of things in this book, and it just really took me to the ground in terms of what is important in your life, and how to set things around those principles that help you reinforce them in your mind, but more importantly, help you take action on those bases, if you will. And I think if you take a deep dive into this book, you spend time with it. It took me the better part of 2 months to really read this book. And 2 months for me in a book is a really long time. First, I don't have the attention span for that. And second, there's not usually a book that can grip me for that long, and I read at a much quicker clip than 2 months for I think this thing was 550 pages plus or minus. But the reason it took so long is that I literally would find myself reading sections, and they're all kind of numerically captured numerically. I found myself reading particular passages and then taking a day or two, or sometimes it'd be a week before I'd come back and pick it up again to start the next principle. So the point is, it really had me thinking deeply. And I don't think I read anything else while I was reading this book. So take your time with it. That's the point. Take your time with this book. Read this book. More importantly, apply this book in 2018. The principles in the book. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.